Look, I used to be that passenger who paid full price for everything. I'd watch other people get special treatment and think they were just lucky. Or maybe they were secret loyalty members with some magic status I'd never achieve. Then I met Maria, my cabin steward on a Caribbean cruise last year. After watching me overpay for drinks and miss free perks for 6 straight days, she finally said something that changed how I cruise forever. "Sir, you're making this way harder than it needs to be." That's when she opened my eyes to the invisible layer of freebies hiding in plain sight on every cruise ship. And once you know where to look, it's like discovering a parallel universe where everything costs less and the crew treats you like family. So today, I'm sharing Maria's secrets plus 10 more I've discovered since then. Think of this as your backstage pass to cruise perks that 90% of passengers never even know exist. Ready? Let's dive into the treasure hunt. Secret number 1. The Art Auction Loophole. Picture this cruise disaster. Gary from Ohio is standing outside the art auction holding a champagne flute, looking confused about how he ended up with free booze when he specifically didn't buy a drink package to save money. Here's the thing about cruise ship art auctions. They're basically fancy cocktail parties disguised as sales events. The moment you walk in, someone hands you champagne. Not because they're trying to get you drunk and make you buy a painting of dolphins jumping through rainbows. Well, okay, maybe a little bit. But here's what most passengers don't realize. You can drink the champagne, admire the art, and walk right back out. No purchase required, no awkward sales pitch, no guilt. It's like cruise ship trick-or-treating for adults. The same thing happens at captain's welcome parties, boutique store events, and even some of those shopping presentations people avoid like they're selling timeshares. The stores are paying the cruise line for exposure, so to pack the room, they bribe you with free drinks. And here's the sneaky casino trick Maria taught me. If you're actively playing table games, and I mean really playing, not just standing there looking lost, many ships will bring you free drinks just for flagging down the server. You don't need to be betting your retirement fund, you just need to look like you're in the game. Secret number 2. The Spa Raffle nobody attends. Most people treat embarkation day like a marathon sprint to claim pool chairs and figure out where the buffet is. Meanwhile, the spa is practically begging you to come inside with one of the best-kept secrets on the ship. Almost every cruise line runs a raffle on day 1 for massages, facials, or body treatments worth $200 or more. And here's the kicker. Hardly anyone shows up for the actual drawing because everyone's distracted by sail-away parties and finding their life jackets. I learned this from watching a retired teacher from Michigan score a full spa day just for putting her name in a box and sticking around for 15 minutes while everyone else was fighting over deck chairs. The spa staff looked almost disappointed that someone actually won, like they were hoping to keep the prize for themselves. Your odds of winning are better than finding a parking spot at Disney World during Christmas week. All you have to do is show up, smile, and pretend you're interested in their overpriced seaweed wraps. Secret number 3. The activity point. Treasure hunt. Remember when you were a kid and Chuck E. Cheese had those tickets you could trade for prizes? Cruise ships have basically turned into floating Chuck E. Cheese for adults, except most passengers never figured out the game. Here's what cruise lines don't advertise. Many ships run a point system that rewards you for showing up to activities. Every trivia win, every deck game, every silly contest where you have to guess how many jelly beans are in a jar, they're all earning you points that add up to real merchandise. But wait, it gets weirder. Most passengers participate in these activities just for fun and never bother asking what's behind the curtain. Meanwhile, there's a whole redemption system happening that lets you trade points for cruise-branded gear, accessories, even items you'd normally pay for in the gift shop. The trick? Go to the activities desk early and ask, which events today earn redeemable points and where do I cash them in? Suddenly, you'll have a roadmap to freebies while everyone else is blowing money in the onboard shop. Some lines even use special logos in the daily program so you can spot the point-earning events. It's like a treasure hunt happening right under everyone's noses. Secret number 4. The Eco-Warrior Backdoor. Here's something brand new for 2025 that almost nobody's taking advantage of yet. Cruise lines are under pressure to prove they're saving the whales and hugging trees, so they've started bribing passengers to join their green programs. The result? Free perks that don't make it onto the app, the daily planner, or even the announcements. I'm talking about complimentary water bottles if you attend a conservation talk, free shore excursions where you help clean up a beach, and certificates that make you feel like an environmental superhero. But here's the real hidden gem. Many ships have an environmental officer on board who runs private talks and behind-the-scenes tours. You'll never see these in the daily schedule because they don't want crowds. The only way in is to ask guest services or track down the environmental officer directly. Think about it. While everyone else is paying for bottled water and fighting over pool space, you're sipping free H2O from your eco bottle and bragging about that exclusive conservation tour nobody else got invited to. Secret number 5. Casino school for non-gamblers. On port days when the ship can't legally run gambling, something magical happens in the casino. The dealers basically turn into cruise directors and offer free gaming lessons. You can walk straight up to a blackjack table, sit down, and get a hands-on tutorial without spending a cent. No pressure, no chips, no awkward stares from people who look like they financed their retirement through poker winnings. It's the perfect time to ask questions, learn strategies, and figure out if you want to try your luck later when the casino reopens. Most passengers skip this because they think casinos are only for high rollers, but these lessons often end up with just a handful of people. That means more one-on-one attention, better practice time, and maybe even some insider tips that could help you stretch your money further if you do decide to gamble. Secret number 6. Free gift bonanza. You know those port shopping presentations that make you roll your eyes? The ones where the cruise director talks about jewelry stores and watch shops like they're life-changing experiences? Plot twist. They're actually disguised gift-giving events. Jewelry stores and souvenir chains pay the cruise line for exposure, so to pack the room, they hand out freebies like cruise ship Santa Claus. I'm talking charm bracelets, t-shirts, tote bags, even gift cards worth more than most people spend in the stores. Sometimes you can mention at certain port shops that you attended the onboard presentation and unlock even more freebies. It's like getting paid to sit through a 20-minute commercial, except instead of money, you get a bag of goodies other passengers bought at full price. Secret number 7. The towel liberation movement. Here's a simple one that still surprises first-time cruisers. You don't need to pack beach towels because the ship provides them for free. But here's the part that catches people. You can actually take them off the ship for your port adventures. Beach day in Cozumel? Grab a ship towel. Waterfall climbing in Jamaica? Ship towel. The only catch is you have to return them, or that free perk suddenly becomes the most expensive towel you'll ever own. It's one of those behind-the-scenes perks that saves luggage space and makes you look like you know what you're doing when you're walking down the pier with that official ship-branded towel. Secret number 8. The cabin category conspiracy. Here's something that really catches people off guard. If you booked a suite or higher-end cabin, you're probably entitled to perks that nobody bothered to mention. We're talking daily canapé deliveries, upgraded coffee service, cocktail party invitations, priority dining reservations. But cruise lines don't exactly advertise this stuff. Cabin stewards and butlers are trained to wait for you to ask, which means most passengers never get what they paid for. The moment you meet your steward, ask directly, "What complimentary perks are included with my cabin category?" You'll be amazed what suddenly appears. Even loyalty members often qualify for similar freebies, but since perks vary by ship, most people never know to push for them. Secret number 9. The comfort upgrade request. If you're sailing somewhere cold, Alaska, Norway, or anywhere you might be watching glaciers while wearing 3 layers, here's a freebie that transforms your experience. You can ask your stateroom attendant for a thicker, warmer blanket, and they'll deliver one to your room at no cost. Need extra pillows? A softer mattress topper? Another duvet? They have all this stuff in storage, but won't bring it out unless you ask. Imagine sipping morning coffee wrapped in a thick blanket while watching the sunrise over fjords, or cozying up on your balcony at night without turning into a human popsicle. It's free, simple, and most passengers miss it entirely because they never thought to just ask. Secret number 10. Celebration dining magic. Most people know you can tell the cruise line about birthdays or anniversaries, but what they don't realize is how far the crew will go to make it special for free. You don't need fancy cake packages or party add-ons. Just let the right people know, and they'll surprise you with complimentary desserts, decorative plates, balloons, table decor, sometimes even upgrades to better dining venues. The key is mentioning it multiple times, during booking, to guest services, and directly to your dining staff. Here's a bonus tip. Even if your actual celebration doesn't fall during the cruise, you can still let them know you're celebrating on board. The crew doesn't check ID dates, they just love making passengers feel special. Secret number 11. The Digital Concierge Yes Machine. And finally, this one might blow your mind. The newest cruise ships have AI-powered digital concierge systems in their apps that are programmed to say yes way more often than humans would. These systems are designed to keep passengers happy and avoid bad reviews, which means you can request spa appointments, dining reservations, even cabin changes or special event invitations, and get instant approval. No manager, no hassle, no awkward, "Sorry, that's not possible." If your request is reasonable, 9 times out of 10, it just gets approved. And if you're a loyalty member or celebrating something, even better. It's like having a secret backdoor into perks most passengers never discover because they didn't bother opening the app and asking. The Digital Concierge is designed to say yes. Use it. So there you have it. 11 secrets that Maria, the cabin steward, and dozens of other crew members have shared with me over the years. These aren't complicated hacks or loopholes that might get you in trouble. They're just free perks hiding in plain sight, waiting for passengers smart enough to ask the right questions. The cruise industry has trained us to think everything costs extra, but the truth is, some of the best experiences on board are still completely free. You just have to know where to look and what to ask for. If this helped you discover something new for your next cruise, hit that like button so more cruisers can find these tips. Subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment letting me know which secret surprised you the most. Remember, cruise lines might be raising prices, but they can't charge you for kindness, curiosity, or simply knowing what to ask for. Here's to cruising smarter, not harder. Safe travels, and I'll see you on the high seas.